Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing this morning? My cats are going crazy today. So I've got my squirt bottle out to remind them, you're a cat. Stop. Good morning, everybody. Let me see who's up in here. Oh my goodness. Hi. Wow, it's like my three favorite people right here. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Les Bones. And hello, Warren. Good morning. So today's the last week of the news. I'm so excited. I could just start doing what I want from now on after this week. Super happy. I mean, I'm probably going to be, talking about new stuff anyway, but at least it's more calm and I won't have to feel like I got to put on my makeup every morning, all that fun stuff. So, hi, Holly. I know, isn't it exciting? Look at we got Les Bones and Kelly and Warren in here. I'm excited. It is so cool. That's so cool. Okay. My weekend. Let's see what happened on the weekend. So I had like a lot of ups and downs this weekend. So like on like Friday, Saturday, my kid had a dance, and like I'm trying to be the cool mom, so I allowed her to, we went and got her the dress and her heels and the jewelry and all that stuff. And as a mom, it's your kids like your daughter's first high school dance. So you want to do like their makeup and their hair and make sure they're really pretty, and they want to take pictures and stuff. And I was like, you know what? She wants to hang out with her friends. She just started high school. She's already got this, little group of people that she hangs out with. And the girls wanted to get together at the other house, and they all wanted to get ready together. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll allow you to do that. Let's bag up your dress, your shoes, your jewelry, and just send you over there and let you do it. And like it wouldn't have bothered me and hurt me as much if like I asked her for the picture like Saturday morning and the dance was Saturday night, like, and then that she completely forgot because I asked her that morning, but I had waited like all day to make sure like I'm going to let her know at 7 p.m. right, a little bit before the dance starts. That way they're still at the house getting ready and they're almost done and they're, getting ready to maybe thinking about heading off to the dance. And I was like, so at 7 p.m., I'm like, please just take one picture. Just take some pictures, please. Just don't forget to take pictures. She said, all right. And she completely forgot. And so I got this one picture. I thought it was filters, but I guess it just the lighting at the dance was just very blue. So you couldn't really see anything. And I was just super upset because I didn't get a good, nice picture of my kid. Like that dress is such a beautiful green color. It was like this like forest dark, just like a forest, like a jade green. And it was so pretty and you can't see it in the filter. And that was really sad. But then I woke up on Sunday and I had a wedding to go to, which was really, really fun. Lots of dancing, very beautiful wedding, very witchy. Did the opening of the circles of the four elements. They did the hand knotting, where they, put like a knotted rope around the both of their hands together, which is actually the meaning of tying the knot. Was because of that. It's a very pagan tradition. So that was really cool. And then afterwards, like it was just a very small wedding. There was only like maybe 20 of us for the wedding part of it. And then there was the party afterwards. And that's when people started to come and hang out and stuff like that. So it was really cool to see like the small wedding part with just, the close friends and the family and all of that. And then see all the crazy fun stuff afterwards with all the party and all the people. And it was cool. I watched them dance. I got to meet a lot of my husband's coworkers and all that stuff. So that was really, really neat. It was really nice. I felt very out of my league. So just kind of, honored to be able to hang out with them. And thank goodness for my husband too, because I swear like because they're not like celebrities or anything that I went to a wedding at. But there's like a lot of really well-known people there. And it's cool because like I don't know anything about that. Like I don't watch any of all that stuff. So I didn't know who all these people were. And so I was just talking to them like regular people, and not knowing who anyone was. And then afterwards, my husband was like, this is this person, this is that person, this is that person. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So it was really cool to like find out afterwards so that my nerves didn't hit me, because I was so nervous the whole way there, because my husband bought me a dress, because the dress that I was going to wear there like just somehow grew legs and walked out of my closet out of nowhere. I could not find my dress anywhere, like the dress that I had saved. And it's a dress I bought years ago. It's just something that I loved. It's all black. And I absolutely loved the dress. It was gone. I couldn't find it anywhere. It was just disappeared. And I was super upset because I was like, I don't have a dress to wear to the dance now, or to the wedding now, because that was my only nice dress. So my husband took me out and we went to this store where we bought my daughter's homecoming dress. I mean, her winter ball dress, whatever, homecoming, I think it's homecoming dress, the same place. And I let him pick out the dress because he kind of knew what we were going to and stuff. It was just on the car ride there, sitting in my dress and high heels and everything. I'm like, dude, I feel like super overdressed, like almost to the point where I was feeling sick in the car because my anxiety was getting to the best of me because of it. So, but it was a really nice wedding. It was very beautiful, lots of fun. Found a little stoner circle and hung out, and people would come in and hang out and smoke, and then smoke some weed, and then they go back to the party and stuff. So it was really, really cool to be able to just be myself and hang out and not have to worry about the nerves and stuff. So thank him for all of that. So good morning, Holly. Good to see you. So that's been my weekend. I downloaded another game yesterday because I decided all this like socialization during the weekend, I needed like a day of rest yesterday. So I downloaded Assassin's Creed Origins. I think it's the Egypt one. Yeah. So I just started on that one. Kind of getting into it, actually. I started playing the one where it's the pirates, and I didn't like it very much. I don't know, for some reason, like certain games in Assassin's Creed, like they start you off like chasing people or racing with people, and I just can't stand that stuff. Like I always fail at that on Assassin's Creed. So if the Assassin's Creed game doesn't start with racing someone, then I'm usually into the game. So, but this is only my second Assassin's Creed game that I'm playing. So I did the Valhalla one. So oh, you guys are all saying hi. You guys are so nice. Look at you all in the comment section. I love you all. Oh, thank you, Lana, for sharing. Yes, please hit the like button or the heart button or wherever you're at. She's on Facebook, so like button. If you're not subscribed, try to subscribe. I think we're still trying to hit the 1,000. So shameless plug. And then I always get prepped and ready to go for the show, but then when I'm in it, I never remember to share my screen. So let me bring up this, and then we'll be able to get started, because I got a lot of news today, and I'm thinking, like, if I've got to go over just to do it, because by next week I'm going to be doing like longer stuff, so might as well get into the habit of it. So if I go a little bit over today, good morning, Shane. Here all on the Kerberos one. How is that? Shane has actually been with Lana. Oh yeah, Lana said hi too. So Lana and Teresa have all been out in Boston, Massachusetts, pretty much, because they've been doing like Boston, Plymouth. They did Salem. They're just like touring Massachusetts, which is absolutely awesome. Shane gave me a couple of FaceTime calls during the weekend to show me where he's at, and it's been really cool. I told him, I was like, you gotta let me see Boston at night. Like I totally missed seeing, like, I loved city nightlife, like the tall buildings with all the lights, and then you see like a park with lights on and stuff. So I told him to give me a FaceTime call at nighttime too, and I wanted to see what Boston looked like. So he sent me, he was really cool. He sent me or FaceTimed me at nighttime, but he had just so happened to be right in front of this really beautiful water fountain, like the ones that like water fountain from the ground that you can like run through, the children run through. It's got all these different colored lights, all rainbowed and stuff. It's so pretty. I love it. I love Boston. I love Massachusetts. That would be like the place I go to, like if I was to move to another state. That's just so pretty. I love it out there. So yeah, Shane's been having a very, very, very good weekend. And I'm super happy that he's taking the much needed break. A lot of us definitely need. So I'm really happy for him to be able to do that. And I'm so excited that he was able to go to Salem, which is like one of my favorite places in the whole world. So yeah, Thank you for saying hi, Shane. And if you're still out there, you better stay out, like get off here and go enjoy some more Massachusetts. All right, let's get into the news. Make this a little bit bigger. So first, there's this crazy thing that happened this weekend. Well, just they released the video of this. So this woman was handcuffed. They had done like a little bit of a chase. The woman, if you look right here, right behind this cop car on the other side was her car where she parked. So the cops parked onto the train tracks. And then they went and she got out of the car. She was putting her hands up. They walked her back to the police car and put her in the back of the car. Now you start to hear the train coming. The train horn starts to go. Hey, you two, stop fighting. And she ends up getting hit by the train because the cops didn't get her out in time, didn't listen to the police or to the train. So the video is shared by the authorities showing the events surrounding the 20-year-old, her name is Yereni Rios Gonzalez, being detained in the backseat of a police department patrol car. They were also involved in her arrest as well. There is an 8-minute clip. I'm not going to show you the 8-minute clips because there's a cut down version of it, which is a lot better. Following the train crash, she needed surgery for a broken arm, 9 broken ribs, a fractured sternum and back, and some head injuries. I hope she sues the shit out of them. They did not immediately respond. New release said that she is expected to survive her injuries. The police department confirmed after the crash that the town would no longer be commenting further. They're cooperating. She had been detained at a traffic stop after receiving a report for alleged road rage involving a gun. While she parked away from the tracks, an officer parked on the tracks and then shared that she was detained for suspicion of felony menacing. And so they arrived. She was put in the back of the patrol car. Psst, what is going on over there, mister? She was put in the back of the patrol car that was still sitting on the train tracks. During the investigations, when the officers cleared the suspect's vehicle, the patrol car was smashed by an oncoming train with her still inside. This prompted an investigation. Right, I believe this guy, they abandoned her, they did abandon her. So here's the video. Let me turn. I love how I can still hear the music in the background. Let me turn down the music on here. There we go. Pause that. Okay. So that's where her car is parked. So they're wanting her to step out of the vehicle. So there's her stepping out of the vehicle right there, backing up. There's them arresting her.
What's going on? I'll tell you in a second. I'm so confused. Can I get my seatbelt? I will get your cell phone for you. Take a seat. I see a car seat. Clear. Okay, let's get the bed. Yeah, you drop it. I'll hold it up across. Clear.
See, so there's her. She didn't realize it at first.
Bring me a car. Stay back.
So there's him when he hears it. He thinks about grabbing her, thinks not, runs away. Car gets hit. That right there is what I want you to guys hear. That's the part that bothers me. Like, I get being negligent. Like, I mean, it's not okay being negligent and stuff. But listen to what this police officer says right here. This is the part that bothered me the most. You hear that? Patrol car was just hit by a train. Here, let me do this again. Okay, so right there, you hear that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds. She was worried about the car for 4 seconds before she even mentioned the girl. Here, let's play that again so you guys can hear it. Patrol car was just hit by a train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds. So I was even wrong. It's 4 to 5 seconds that this woman asked for the people to come for a car before they asked to come for the woman. Can you believe this? This is absolutely insane to me that this happened. Like, from what I'm hearing, the officers are on leave, I believe. They put them on probably paid leave. Really, Kitty? They said that the police officer saw it coming. They can hear the horn. She was trying to get the police officer's attention. Oh, the woman said this. Screaming at them. She tried unlocking the door. She had her hands behind her back and was frantically trying to unlock the door. In the clip, officers can be seen searching through her vehicle as Kitty, stop. As blaring horns from the train become increasingly more apparent. Officers can be heard screaming, "Oh my God, stay back." The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train. Other portions of the clip show her being detained and placed inside the back seat. And she asked what's going on to get her cell phone out of the vehicle. Kat, you are wild. I am making an appointment today to get him fixed. Oh, yeah. You're going to get fixed soon. Police chief confirmed that the police officer is on administrative leave as the incident is investigated. Officers allegedly found a gun in the center console, according to the video, and the incident leading up to the crash is being investigated. While specific details cannot be provided, CBI agents are actively investigating its portion of the case through interviews and a comprehensive interview of evidentiary material from the scene. Hey, you two. And that is why you are getting fixed. Whatever is running through you, boy, it is running through you strong right now. I feel bad for all the animals in this house. So yeah, that is crazy what's going on in there. Okay, Kelly, good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Holly. Yeah, they ran out of the car. They practically pretty much just locked her in. I mean, they didn't do anything to help her, and she was handcuffed, so she couldn't even really save herself in this situation. Yeah, you saw this. It was absolutely crazy to see something like this happen. This poor lady. I mean, see what these guys have.
What's going on? No one else is in the truck, sir. Can I please
Paid
get my
leave
cell
for
phone?
cop. Right there.
I'll tell you in a second. I'm so confused. Can I get my cell phone? I will get your cell phone for you. Take a seat. Toss it out the window?
She could have out that window, but
You hear the car or hear the train? Right there.
No, that's time check. Oh my God.
stay back.
Dispatch subject 346. Status medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
There's the vehicle. You can't see anything because of all the airbags got deployed. Thank goodness. Thank goodness the airbags got deployed. You got a 40 second?
No, that's
Should be a car.
Like a deer caught in headlights. Doesn't know what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dispatch subject 346. Status medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
See, that's the part that pisses me off the most, is the fact that they called for backup for the car. And then we count 4 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds. And then she asked for medical emergency for a person, and it almost looks like it's cut or edited, like clipped together, and maybe it was even longer that she noticed. A lot of the parts that I did watch too, after she was saying that, her running up to the vehicle, like she light jogged. It was crazy. Yeah, right? Out of Reno 911. Exactly. Thank goodness for cameras. Yeah, because the negligence on their part of a human life. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I would at least, if I didn't get her out of the vehicle, I would be running for my life to make sure that that girl was okay. It's just crazy. All right. On to the next. So quick updates about Hurricane Ian, because it is definitely going to be hitting Florida very soon. So I just got some updates about it this morning. Uh, so here's this. I'm probably going to read this later and regret repeating this, but I guess it's getting smaller right now. But when it hits these warm waters uh, that are like right here, like it's showing, it's getting smaller, but it's going to hit these warm waters right here, get larger, and then get smaller again. Um, so it says it's plowed past Cuba on Tuesday, growing in strength to a Category 3 major hurricane with a projected path that sees the storm growing further before making a likely landfall in Florida. National Weather Service, Orlando area should prepare for a greater chance of hurricane force wind gusts because of the storm's latest track to the east. It has the potential of still being a Category 1, which is what the forecast has right now at landfall as it's pushing inland. So while the tropical storms warning remains in effect, we do have a hurricane watch also for the inland counties for the potential of seeing frequent hurricane force gusts. So that's definitely something that people should at least plan for in a reasonable worst case scenario across the Orlando area. The threat of heavy rains, flash flooding, and tornadoes also remain. Just with how it's slowing down, that's really a concern as it makes landfall and moves onshore. That's the potential for flooding rainfall. And then we also have the risk of tornadoes that will continue to increase as we get into tonight, and then stay with us as we go through Wednesday and Thursday. So unfortunately, it's a multi-day event with these hazards in play. More than 2.5 million people from Pasco County north of Tampa Bay south to Collier County have been told to evacuate. As of 11 a.m. Their time, not my time, 11, 10, 9, so that'd be like 9 a.m. my time, like an hour and a half ago. National Hurricane Center put the center of Ian in the Gulf of Mexico, about 305 miles southwest of Sarasota. It made landfall at 4:30 a.m. on the western side of Cuba and is moving north at 10 miles per hour. The center of Ian is expected to move over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico in a couple of hours. So, like as of right, like starting now, I guess. And then pass west of Florida Keys later today and approach the west coast of Florida within the hurricane warning area on Wednesday and Wednesday night. So tomorrow. So I'll maybe keep you guys updated tomorrow and see what happens. Interaction with land dropped. It's sustained winds from 125 to 115. Expects to regain strength Tuesday to a Category 4 with 135 miles of winds, 165-mile-an-hour gusts, before slowing down its forward speed and making a beeline to Florida's Gulf Coast. The updated 11 a.m. track has shifted. So here's where it's at and then where it's heading. So it looks like it's going to be here by Sunday. At least this is where it's predicted to go right now. We're here 48 hours ago, and most of the solutions had it going up the coast, the west coast of Florida. Impacts will be felt far broader than where the hurricane ultimately makes landfall. For those evacuating, Expedia has set up a special page for inexpensive lodging options. Every one of the state's long-term care facilities in the state has an active generator on site with the threat of major power outages. This is imminent, so make sure you're executing your plans. hurricane watch was issued for these rivers as well. Much of Central Florida, including these lakes and areas and counties, are under tropical storm warning. Impact for the region is expected to be rain, flooding, severe storms, and high wind gusts, with the worst weather expected on tomorrow and Thursday. They could see between 12 and 16 inches of rain, with some maximum totals up to 2 feet. That's insane. Flash floods, urban flooding are expected mid to late week across central and northern Florida. Regardless of where it's going, it's going to be a flooding event. Orlando mayor declared a state of emergency on Monday, urged its residents to prepare emergency kits and review disaster plans. They said, make sure you have your supplies, all your medicine, food, water. Today's your last day to get prepared. If you haven't already done so, do what you need to do. Have a family plan in the next few days. Let's see what this is. This was yesterday, I believe, at nighttime. This was Pigeon Key around last night during the tornado warned storm. They were unable to confirm a tornado, but it was definitely blustery on the island. Look at that. That's some winds right there. Hey, Burton, you need to chill, dude. That's crazy. Tornadoes are possible in Florida beginning today as well. Combination of storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas to be flooded. Yeah, there it is. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Alabama is. My friend lives right here, like in Alabama. I was trying to ask her, like, how is she in the hurricane? So she's just gonna get some major rain, definitely. That's crazy. I always thought Alabama was on the other side. I don't know why. I need to go to the East Coast more often. Oh, that is wild. People in the Keys are either really brave or really crazy or both, right? Absolutely. I mean, I hear that they're evacuating. They're saying they are. Okay, you guys are going to be feeling the remnants up there in the Northeast by next week. Yeah, because they were saying, I mean, it's going to hit there but this one says Friday, but it was saying up there by Sunday. So you guys are up in that area. So yeah, absolutely. That's crazy. What's going on is Holly. Okay, yes, it very well could have been cut. You can't have much empathy if you want to be a cop, right? They train it out of you. You're going to hell for that one, Holly, but I love you for it. I'm here for it. uh, Thank you for that. Thank you, Les Boats, for tagging them, or else I wouldn't have seen that. That was a good one. Sorry, we're all going to hell. I have to believe in it first. Okay, let's see what the news says about it. It is MSNBC. Hopefully that crazy guy's not in here going to talk about who I'm using for the news.
On the storm's current track. So, Michelle, how soon will our friends in Florida begin to feel the impacts here?
Hey there, really.
I'm going to put it up a little faster.
Our friends in the Keys are going to feel those impacts later on today. Right now, Cuba is getting slammed. Tonight it'll be the Keys, and then into tomorrow, Thursday, we're looking at Central and Southern Florida. So let's take a look at the latest, because we are looking at a very strong storm, Category 3 storm. It blossomed overnight, it rapidly intensified, and it's still strengthening. We're going to see a Category 4 storm. So we're looking at winds at 125 miles per hour. That's a very strong Category 3 storm. 130 miles per hour is going to give you Category 4 storm. So likely today, we're looking at movement at 12 miles per hour. That's a good pace right now. It's going to spend some time, a couple hours over Cuba, then it's going to head into the Gulf. It's going to slow down, like Sam mentioned, down to 3 to 4 mile per hour pace. That's a walk pace, really a recovery walk pace. 19 million people at risk. That's a lot of people in portions of Southern Florida, portions of Georgia, into the Keys, also Cuba. We're again looking at that very strong storm, and we only expect it to get stronger and slower, and it's going to widen as it heads into the Gulf. So here is the track, Category 3 storm. Expected to be Category Category 4 storm later on today, certainly by 2 a.m. on Wednesday, looking at winds at 130 miles per hour. Remember, this is right off the coast, so this is going to start the storm surge. It's going to start the hurricane force winds, the tropical storm force winds. It's going to drop heavy rainfall. We can see 24 inches of rain in some spots. Then we expect that landfall early Thursday morning as a Category 3 storm. We were hoping it was going to weaken as it encounters a wind shear, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're looking at a Category 3 storm. That's a major storm into or near Tampa, so that's going to be one to watch very, very closely. It holds its strength, meaning it's going to be really gusty winds, damaging winds, very heavy rainfall. Also could see some storm surge into Georgia and the Carolinas, and that's going to be story into the weekend. So storm surge, that's the first one. This is what we're most concerned with. This is a wall of salt water. It's a push of wind that pushes water onto dry land. In addition to the rainfall, the fresh water that is falling from the sky. So widespread and destructive Gulf water inundation. We can see up to 10 feet of storm surge anywhere from Cedar Key down to Fort Myers, especially where you see this pink coloring. Tampa, you're included in that, and Tampa Bay as well. You're most at risk there. Now, what is storm surge? Well, it's when that normal sea level rises. And
look at that flood there it got in the video. How scary.
And this is where we see the deadliest threat from a hurricane. Water is the deadliest threat in the storm surge, in addition to those flash flooding rains that we're expecting over time. That takes us to rainfall, extensive flooding. Where you see these darker colors, I say often, the brighter colors, that means we're going to see the most rain. And we can see up to 24 inches of rain in some spots. So generally 12 to 24.
Yo, look at that. If they end up flooding, Florida could end up being its own island.
Or like Sam said, it's just going to be sitting off the coast bringing heavy, heavy rain. Of course, with the hurricane, you think of the winds. We're looking at destructive winds that will cause significant damage to houses and buildings, catastrophic damage. We're going to take weeks and weeks, months to rebuild. Also, impassable roads and bridges. This is why it's so important to heed the warning. If you do have an evacuation notice, this is why you need to get out, because that window is closing, and you don't want to be stuck in water that you won't be able to get out of. So we're looking at winds gusting up to 117 miles per hour in Tampa, 127 miles per hour in St. Pete. Those are really strong winds. Even when you move inland, we're looking at tropical storm force winds.
172-mile-an-hour winds. That's winds that are strong, that are like more than my weight. That's scary.
Well. Power disruption, we're going to see power out. It's warm in September. In Florida, we can see power out for up to 2 inches of rain, 2 inches at a time, and then I'll find it here because we're looking at a sphere. Right, whenever you have a landfalling hurricane, you can see the threat storms. This will be over the next 3 days. We even had hurricane warnings as early as 2:30 this morning in portions of the Keys.
Damn, that's some crazy stuff. Could you imagine if like it turned into an island? That would be crazy. Gulf is dangerous this time of year. The water temperature is usually in the 80s due to abysmal heat down there. That's like rocket fuel for a hurricane. Yeah, that's what it was saying. Like once it hits those warm waters in between Cuba and Florida, it's going to pick up pace again and go from a 3 to a 4. So yeah, that's scary. I just like that whole like red area. Like if that just got completely flooded, like Florida would be an island. That's crazy. Hurricane, okay, it's like a tsunami, just water that keeps rising and rising. Yee. So like that video that in the background of the lady right there in the news, that stuff is real. Like, I mean, I do remember like Katrina, I believe it was. That was crazy scary. All right, let's get on to the next one. So NASA decided to waste some money and save us from an asteroid. Now, this isn't an actual asteroid that was really going to do anything to us. This was like testing in case of a future asteroid. So they're putting billions of dollars into what ifs, which is wild. While we're all like suffering down here, which we could use certain technologies to better ourselves in a capacity that benefits human society instead of the billionaires. But we end up, this is what we do. But here it is anyway, because it's the news. NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, which is called DART, the world's first planetary defense technology demonstration. Planetary defense. Can you believe this? Successfully impacted its asteroid target on Monday. It's their first attempt to move an asteroid in space. Mission controls at the Johns Hopkins announced the successful impact at 7:14 p.m. Eastern Time. It's as a part of NASA's overall planetary defense strategy. It's like NASA's overall planetary defense strategy. It's like NASA got defunded by the government back in like back in the day. And so they're like, all right, well, how do we still be able to stay in outer space, but cater to where the money is going to come from? So they're like, let's do defense stuff. And so, yeah, probably like the weapons manufacturers come flooding in with their money. So, that's what happens when you privatize something that shouldn't even be privatized, especially space exploration should not be privatized. But it's how the government sees it, the only way for it to be done, because they don't want to have to pay for it, but they'll put billions and billions of dollars into defense. So I get it. The mission's one-way trip confirmed NASA can successfully navigate a spacecraft to intentionally collide with an asteroid to deflect it. I just came in and now I lost my spot. Oh, well. There it is. Okay. It's a technique known as kinetic impact. The investigation team will now observe whatever that is using ground-based telescopes to confirm that DART's impact altered its orbit. Planetary defense is a globally unifying effort that affects everyone living on Earth. Oh my God, affects but not benefits. Associate administrator for the science mission, blah, blah, blah. Now we know we can aim a spacecraft with precision needed to impact even a small body in space. Just a small change in its speed is all we need to make a significant difference in the path an asteroid travels. I feel like I'm wasting my life right now. Together, usually I love space stuff. I love science. I love all of that stuff. But this just makes me so angry just reading it because it's just such a waste. At least in my head. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys space farce? Yeah, exactly. They can afford to send Bruce Willis up to it since he no longer acts in big movies for real. Seriously. It's just nuts what they're doing. Okay, the spacecraft's sole instrument, the Didymos reconnaissance and asteroid camera for optical navigation, together with a sophisticated guidance, navigation, and control system that works in tandem with small body maneuvering, autonomous real-time navigation. Jesus Christ, the words, man. Algorithms enabled DART to identify and distinguish between the two asteroids targeting the smaller body. These systems guided the 1,260-pound box-shaped spacecraft through the final 56,000 miles of space into this asteroid, intentionally crashing into it at roughly 14,000 miles per hour to slightly slow the asteroid's orbital speed. In this thing's final images obtained by the spacecraft seconds before impact revealed the surface in up-close detail. Here is the video of it. So the camera is on the craft. So what you're seeing is the craft itself heading straight towards the asteroid right there.
Like we're headed straight in.
Yep. See how it's getting closer? So that's it, taking the pictures of it getting closer and closer to the asteroid. So it's getting close. It's getting close.
Oh, wow.
They're getting excited.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Counting down.
3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
So there it is up close. And then you're going to see a red box.
All right. We got it? Ready?
And there it goes.
And we have
in the name of planetary defense. Kiss my behind. That is such bull crap. Can we learn to actually take care of the people that live on this planet before we try to start defending it from imaginary creatures and imaginary things? Like, I mean, I guess an asteroid isn't imaginary, but Jesus Christ, like, we get hit with asteroids all the time, like, small ones all the time. Russia does. I've seen videos all the time of them getting hit by them. Anyway, beyond the truly exciting success of the technology demonstration, capabilities based on DART could one day be used to change the course of an asteroid. Could be used to. What ifs again. The course of an asteroid to protect our planet and preserve life on Earth as we know it. We're not even preserving the life that we have on Earth now. Like, it's so frustrating. It's just super, super frustrating. And it's in small, of course, you guys can't read it. There you go. Preserve life on Earth as we know it. They don't even care. They don't care about the plant life. They don't care about the animal life out here. They don't care about the human life. Literally, they don't really care about anything. So why? Why? the the last frame of the video showed a guy with a sign that said, "Wait, my weed's in there." Oh, yes, this squirt bottle can reach all the way to you over there, Missy. Try me. They don't. Hey, be nice. That's your baby. She just hissed at her own son. Come here, Burton. Come here, Burton. Mama's so mean to you, huh? All right. Totally against this since I'm Team Meteor. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, what's going to happen is going to happen. You know, there's nothing we can really do. I mean, obviously they're trying to do stuff, but it's not like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a pacifist and I don't think that anything really is going to go bad. You know, I don't think a meteor, I think that they have enough technology and space cameras and stuff to be able to see if something is coming towards us. I don't know. It's just, yeah, take care of your own people first. That's what I say. All right. Hey, hey, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. So, Democracy Now! Did this morning, and let's see what they say about this. They're saying fascism returns in Italy. Her name, I think it's Giorgia Meloni. She claimed victory yesterday in Italy. She is allied with right-wing parties across Europe. So let me get this a little bit bigger so you guys can read it as well. So Italy's first far-right leader since Benito Mussolini has declared victory. She's a part of a party called the Brothers of Italy Party, and she's allied with Spain's far-right Vox Party, Poland's ruling Nationalist Law and Justice Party, and the Sweden Democrats Party, which emerged out of its neo-Nazi movement. We look at the return of fascism in Italy with Ruth, Strongman Mussolini, who says that Meloni, a self-declared conservative, really sees her party as carrying the heritage of fascism into today. He also describes why Meloni is part of a transnational design to create far-right political culture across Europe. Oh, this is a transcript from it. So here, let's watch this little part.
From Italy, Giorgia Meloni, while appears poised to become Italy's first far-right leader since World War II in the reign of Benito Mussolini. Meloni declared victory after projections show neo-fascist Brothers of Italy Party placed first in Sunday's elections with about 26% of the vote, up from just 4% in 2018. Meloni campaigned on an anti-immigration platform and will become Italy's first female prime minister. Meloni spoke to supporters Sunday night.
I believe this is going to be the crazy speech where you hear what she talks about, like yes to things, no to things. And so you'll see like what her policies and what her beliefs line up with how she's going to run this place.
When this night is over, we have to remember. We must remember that we are not at the end point. We are at the starting point. It is from tomorrow that we must prove our worth.
We'll have more on the Italian election, the rise of the far.
Oh, did I just get? Aw, Here, you know what? I shall take you all with me. Here we go.
.org, the war.
Let's see where her little speechy speech is, because that speech was nuts. Is this it?
More of her addressing Vox Party of Spain. Now is not the time for weak thoughts. Today, the left-wing secularism and radical Islam are a risk to our roots.
Left-wing secularism and radical Muslimism is ruining them.
Against this challenge, there is no middle ground. Either you say yes or you say no.
Okay, so here it is. Here's her yeses and nos. This is where you're going to hear this stuff. This stuff is crazy. You all hear it? Can you guys hear? She said she would get Italy out of the EU. Mussolini's granddaughter was an MP. We'll see how long her government lasts, right? I know I saw a meme this morning that it was like a picture of Mussolini and his wife, and it's all, here's what happened to the last fascist government. Let's see how long, or see what happens with her next. Okay, so let's hear what she has to, what she believes in.
Yes to the natural family, no to the LGBT lobby.
Yes to the natural family, no to LGBTQ+. So obviously she's, you know, traditional.
Yes to sex identity, no to gender ideology.
Sex identity, gender ideology. I love how you put gender ideology, like as if it's a belief system, like a religion, because it's not. Just shows her conservative closed-mindedness. Anyway, let's go.
Yes to the culture of life, not the abysm of death.
So abysm of death is schmabortions, obviously, is what she's saying. Just bullshit.
Yes to the University of the Cross, no to the Islamist violence.
Yes to the University of the Cross and no to Islamist violence. You see how she like manipulates the words when she says it? The University of the Cross, like there's knowledge, you know, like the tree of knowledge when it comes to the cross. But when it's about Muslims, it's violence of Muslims. Yeah. She is so close-minded. It's that fear-based tactics that they put you in. You know, they use those evil, scary words to scare you into believing that you're saying things the right way and that you're the hero. And so, because of fear is such a powerful thing to make people do the things that you want them to do. And even just the minusculest little fear-based tactic can change a person's way of thinking and action. And that's what she's doing with these words. It's just manipulation of words. And if you sit here and listen to it, pause it, think about it, you'll hear the manipulation.
Yes to secure borders, no to mass migration.
Yes to secure borders. See the safe words, secure borders. No to mass migration, as if migration, there's like everybody is going to their country. Mass migration. It's absolutely enormous and huge, you know. And if you also too, if you hear her, like if you put out these the over voiceover in there and you hear her, she's screaming this shit. She is yelling so loud about it. Like, it's just that, you know, that fascist passion, you know, that they have. It's crazy. Let's keep going.
Yes to the work of our citizens, no to big international finance.
That's usually what comes with like those type of leaders, is that nationalist thing, the nationalism, wanting to bring work back to the people, not working with international trading and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure behind the scenes she's super corrupt and she's going to sell off, and you know, it's probably privatized already. Nothing, you know, it's just floof words, you know, not really means anything.
Yes to the sovereignty of peoples, no to the bureaucrats in Brussels.
Yes to the sovereignty of peoples, no to the bureaucrats of Brussels. That was something I didn't look up. I'm not sure. I think Italy is its own independent nation. It does have a prime minister. So it means it might be still owned by the Queen, like Canada. Canada is still independent, but they have a prime minister. I'll have to Google that later on today. I don't know. I'm not sure.
A yes to our civilization. That was Giorgia Meloni.
Yes to our civilization. So she used all those scare tactic words, all those little floofy things, all that stuff to say, and then screaming it, and then yes to our civilization. Like, I'm here for you guys, but I just excluded half of the country because my religion says I can't believe it. You know, it's just crazy. Absolutely. You can't hear it? Oh no. Okay, well, hopefully me talking through it helped out a little bit. Oh, I think I even have some more videos too. I've got like one more video to play. So hopefully, maybe I'll do a test run at some point and see why the audio on here doesn't work very well with you guys. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about turning it up on my own computer. All right, so some good news. Snowden gets Russian citizenship. I went to RT News because I figured what's the best place to get it from would be actually Russia itself. There was a bug on me. I don't know what that was. It was scary. Because everywhere else, like, just pretty much had the same thing, like talking about his crimes and blah, 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 and just, just being jerks. So I decided to go to them for the right news. So Vladimir Putin has granted Russian citizenship. Come here, lady. Just sit down. To U.S. National Security NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden. The news agency confirmed on Monday the American's name was included without fanfare on a list of 72 foreigners who became citizens. Hold on, let me make this a little. God, I had a bug on me now, I think. Now I'm freaking out. Okay. Snowden, who applied for citizenship in 2020 upon receiving permanent residency rights, has not commented on the decision as of Monday evening, Moscow time. His wife will also apply for citizenship, according to his lawyer. The former contractor is not eligible. This is something that the people were saying, and so here it is. The former contractor is actually not eligible for mobilization to the Ukraine front because he did not serve in the Russian army. People are all over Twitter, and there's some on Facebook. Some people are saying, is he going to be recruited in to their and to be drafted into their conscription? Absolutely not. He cannot. He has never served in their military before. Like this says, pouring cold water on feverish social media speculation that Snowden might be drafted now that he was officially a Russian citizen of military age. Man, people all over, that was crazy what they came up with. While the fact that Snowden has lived in Russia since fleeing the U.S. in 2013 has been held up as proof he was undermining the U.S. government on behalf of Moscow, he was marooned in Sheremetyevo. Oh man, I'm gonna mess that up. An airport upon arriving from Hong Kong to catch a connecting flight to Cuba after the U.S. canceled his passport mid-flight. He was reportedly en route to Ecuador, where he had lodged an asylum request with what was then a government friendly toward American dissidents. The U.S. still wants Snowden returned home to face espionage charges. NSA sprawling surveillance operations was targeted American civilians to a far greater degree than previously known to the public. Rather than release the documents himself, however, the whistleblower reached out to a small group of journalists and filmmakers, including Glenn Greenwald and Laura Poitras, instructing them to curate and publish them as needed. After the publication of a handful of disturbing revelations alongside their source documents in the Washington Post, The Guardian, and other establishment outlets, led to Washington calling for Snowden's head. Billionaire eBay founder quickly purchased the entire archive, using it as a foundation for his company, First Look Media, which launched The Intercept with the Snowden docs as its headliner. However, the site never released more than 10% of the leaked files during the 15 years it hosted them, despite the guy's billions. The Intercept cried poverty when it shut down access to that small fraction of the archive in 2019. The NSA promises no backdoors. Oh, no. That decision was made without consulting Snowden, who had rendered himself a de facto stateless individual for the sake of making their content public. Since then, the surveillance programs he exposed was declared unlawful by the U.S. Appeals Court. I don't care. He's still a hero. Now, I am super excited about this. One thing that I do also have to say is now do Assange. Let's get Assange to Russia. Let's get him citizenship. Let's get him a good life, because he is way worse off than Snowden is right now. And I can chew gum and walk at the same time. So I haven't even looked at the comments yet. I hope nobody's saying, what about Assange? Like, good for Snowden. Let's do Assange now, please. Like, I can enjoy being happy with Snowden, but can we please get Assange now? Can we help him out? Because he's worse off. He's way, way, way worse off. No, he won't be mobilized. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Snowden is not going to be put into the he won't be drafted. And then the video I got for it, I got it from One India.
President Vladimir Putin on Monday granted Russian citizenship to former U.S. intelligence contractor Edward Snowden 9 years after he exposed the scale of secret surveillance operation by the National Security Agency, or NSA. 39-year-old Snowden fled the United States of America and was given asylum in Russia after leaking secret files in 2013 that revealed vast domestic and international surveillance operations carried out by the NSA where he worked. U.S. authorities have for years wanted him to return to the United States to face a criminal trial on espionage charges. There is no immediate reaction from Snowden, whose name appeared without Kremlin comment in a Putin decree conferring citizenship on.
He's just pretty much repeating what I already said. So it's really good for him. I'm really excited for him. That's great. Absolutely great for him. Super excited that he is able to do that for us, get those out there so that way we know what the government is secretly doing to cameramen in other countries when we're supposedly, at war with them, which the war was unnecessary anyway, and we were killing people with cameras. So, and then we killed the van that came to try to pick them up that had some kids in it as well. So we did some bad things and we got busted. So good for Snowden. Super happy for him. We got a couple minutes left. So I will get on to the very last one. I decided to, this was also I saw on RT last night, and it had to do with Roger Waters. So I figured I would talk about it. Roger Waters pens an open letter to Putin, asking the Russian leader to pledge no further territorial expansion. So he's penned a blunt open letter to the Russian president, seeking guarantees that Russia will not expand beyond Donbass and Crimea and will never invade anyone ever again. Womp womp. The missive follows similarly frank open letters to Ukraine First Lady. What? Oh, posted to Facebook on Monday. The missive follows similarly frank open letters to Ukraine First Lady. In the letter, Waters asked Putin to affirm he wants an end to the war, something the Russian president has already said on other occasions. He also demands a guarantee that Russia's territorial interests stop at the security of the Russian-speaking population of Crimea and the Donbass republics of Donetsk and Lugansk, citing the need to reassure some people who think you want to overrun the whole of Europe, starting with Poland and the rest of the Baltic states. If Russia does have territorial ambitions beyond eastern Ukraine, Waters writes, F you, And we might as well all stop playing the desperately dangerous game of nuclear chicken that the hawks on both sides of the Atlantic feel so comfortable with and have it all, and have at it. See, that's where I'm like, I don't want to bring in like, the fear tactics and the scaremongering and stuff, but like this game like of nuclear chicken does really, it is really worrisome, at least, because regular people are also thinking about that as well. I know I was just talking to somebody the other day about how these governments, are just going to push the nuke button and they're all going to go hide in their bunker and wait because we're all, warring it out and we can't come to agreements. And yeah, we know how like our nuke button works here in America. It's a whole process. It takes some people. It's not just one person that has it. But we don't know how the nuke buttons work in other countries. Like what's Russia's nuke button process? We don't know. It could just be Vladimir, with the button. You never know. So it wasn't immediately clear if the referendums in the regions on joining Russia qualified for this response. Moscow would also have to promise not to invade anyone ever again, complaining the launch of Russia's special military operation in February was not just a heinous war of aggression, but an unexpected one to boot. Just because NATO and the U.S. get to invade other sovereign countries at the drop of a hat for a few barrels of oil doesn't mean Russia shouldn't hold itself to a higher standard. Nice. That's a really nice thing to say. If you were to reply to me, I would mightily respect you for it and take it as an honorable move in the right direction towards a sustainable peace. The progressive rock guitarist appeal to Putin followed his previously open letters to Ukraine president, in which he urged the Ukrainian First Lady to demand the implementation of your husband's election promises and put an end to this deadly war. Look at him, both sides. Because Zelensky's campaign pledged to end civil war in Donbass, which is a lie. He told Zelensky she was tragically mistaken in her beliefs that Western support for Ukraine, namely the continued supply of weapons, would shorten the conflict. He's absolutely right. Zelenskaya responded to the musician earlier this month on Twitter, blaming Russia for invading Ukraine. There's a civil war, come on, destroying cities and killing civilians. She insisted that if Ukraine stops fighting, it will mean the end of its existence, and urged Waters to address his peace appeals to the Russian president instead, which he did. Nobody's commenting. Is my internet working? Okay. So that's what Roger Waters has done. Kind of a little bit of more of a lighthearted news, So yeah, that's that. Let's see what's going on today over here at KRTD. So first we've got the money puzzle with Rocco Million today at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. It is called, he's going to be talking about ACAB, All Cops Are Bad, for his episode today. So he's going to be discussing all of that on his episode. And then after that, we have Jeffrey Epstein's Activist MMT podcast. Today he's going to be having Amber on, our very own Amber. Yes, the Amber here. She's going to be talking about the job guarantee, how it transformed desert into the land of 1,000 wineries, plus kindness. So you got to check her out. I absolutely adore her. I love her. So it's really cool to see her getting interviewed. And then after that, we have Modern Money Donuts today's rewind of season 2, episode 10. This week's guest is going to be Con Michaelalex. I cannot pronounce his last name. I am very sorry. He is the Chief Investment Officer for statewide superannuation, South Australia's biggest retirement pension fund. He's also the chair of Modern Money Lab. They're going to ask him about how he came to understand MMT and about his role in launching their suite of postgraduate courses with Torrens University, which is actually happening and going on now, or they are doing all of that now. Then very last one, or then we got Joe Firestone's show today. Well, let me see what that one is about. It's going to be Fiscal Myths and Fiscal Truths, Part 3. That's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Yes, I believe so. And then after that, we've got the MM Tweets weekly. What is the name of this one? We're going to be learning about modern money basics. So that one's going to be really cool tonight. That's going to be on at 8 p.m. Pacific, 9, 10, 11 p.m. Eastern. And that MM tweet is going to be really fun tonight. So getting just like 6 or 7 tweets about the basics of MMT, which is really, really exciting. So I'm excited about today. I hope you guys enjoy all the videos that are coming out today. And I will be here tomorrow for the news. Let me see, or let me thank everybody that came in today. We've got Holly. Thank you for coming, Holly. Thank you for coming, Les Bones. Thank you for coming, Warren. Who else? Oh, yes, and Kelly was here earlier. Thank you so much, Kelly, for stopping by. Shane and Lana, I hope you guys enjoyed your vacation and your little trips. I believe that is it. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all.